Hello, gorgeous, beautiful, divine, intuitive being. It's Tiff here with your weekly tarot meditation. And this week we have a new moon, which is it's always a good thing to have is a new moon. It means a new start. Um, and this new moon in particular is very good. I will speak to you about why in a minute. But let me know that you're here. Say hello in the comments. And it's just nice. It's nice to know that I'm not speaking to myself. So, welcome. Hi, Maria. Lovely to see you here. I've noticed you popping up the last few days. It's lovely to see you here. And so, when I say the last few days, I have been going live the last few days with my International Intuitives bunch. So you might have heard about this. It's happening tomorrow on the new moon, but if you can't make it tomorrow for any reason, it doesn't matter. The whole event is going on for a week. And what it is an event for raising awareness of intuitives and for intuitives, because hey ho, we have to understand ourselves before we can expect the world to understand us. So it's very much an inside job, but it's also we are starting to form a collective, hashtag Intuitives Anonymous. And it's not to take away from Black Lives Matter or LGBTQ or Asian awareness or anything like that. In fact, I don't even know why I'm explaining it. Do any of those hashtags feel like they have to explain that they're not taking away from the other hashtags or movements? It's another movement because the time is now. Intuitives are not really seen as a minority at all. In fact, we're not. We're a majority, but not a lot of people know that. And I'm not going to go on about it because really you're here for this, right? Which is a little bit of new moon meditation and tarot meditation. If you have tarot or oracle cards, you can absolutely bring this into this session. But if you don't, it's fine. You can just meditate and you will get the same. Okay. And the way that I work with tarot is to help you, the intuitive, tune back into who you are, because quite often intuitives lose themselves in other people or situations, or heck, even a tarot deck. So this is also part of what the event is about tomorrow. It's about learning how to actually come from true intuition, which is about tuning into you and not tuning out of you, which I call outtuition, which causes ouchtuition. Okay, so it's about how do we actually bring that energy back into who we are and be empowered from that place. Get it? Okay, if you want to know more about it, the link is up in this post. And there's lovely people saying hello. I don't know who you are. There's a couple of you. Thank you for saying hello. I don't know who you are because StreamYard only shows me your comment and not your name if you haven't registered, which is totally fine, by the way. You can use that to stay anonymous. I don't mind. I will know who you are when I come off. But if you want me to know who you are whilst we're live, do put your name in. Thank you. Okay, Maria, I can see you've registered and I can see your name. Thank you. Okay, so she says she loves tarot, and I'm sure that if you're in my audience, you probably do. Okay. And if you're in my audience, you probably know what exercise we are about to do, particularly as every day during lockdown 3, I went live with this exercise. Hey, Anne, awesome to see you here. Okay. So if you don't know what we're doing something I call the TF. Well, I call it Tarot-Feely, but my clients call it TF, or we call it TF for short. And sometimes it even gets called the touchy-feely, which is rather hilarious, but I totally get why. Hello, Julia. Awesome to see you here too. And hey, Roz, nice to see you. Okay, so if you don't know what we're doing, don't worry about it. I will talk you through it. Okay. And if you don't have tarot or oracle, it doesn't matter either. You can still do exactly the same. I will show you how. So if you have tarot or oracle, you can just take a card now, but you don't want to look at it. Okay. So you want to place it between your hands like so. Okay. Oh, It's time to go within. So if you don't have tarot, just imagine that the card that I've got between my hands now is between your hands as well. Okay. Just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in and out and release and relax. Just let go of everything. As we've just said, intuitives often get caught up in other people's stuff, energy, dramas, and it's just time for you now just to breathe in beautiful, clean, new air. And as you breathe out, just release and let go of everything that's been going on. And this new moon is bringing up a lot. We are in the dark moon phase until 7:59 p.m. BST tomorrow. So this is the time where it's releasing. It's about releasing and clearing. So just allow yourself to release, let go. Step back from trying to push or control. And what happened if you just let go? Okay. And come to the card between your hands, real or imagined. Just say hello, and as if it's a long lost friend, just open your energy like you're opening the door to a long lost friend. Open the energy in your hands to welcome the energy, receive them up through your arms, into your heart and out. And just tune into how it makes you feel. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. Anything you see, just let it be there. And send your thoughts up and just say to the universe, higher self, whatever you want to call it, just send your thoughts up through the top of your head and say, if there's a message in this for me today, what is it? Okay, and when you have that, just allow that message, that energy, that vibration to become you now. So it's lifting you up to the next level. Give your gratitude and thanks to the universe. And then gently come back round. Maybe you want to stamp your feet or wiggle it just a little bit. I want to see you wiggle it. Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to, am I? You can see me wiggle it, but I can't see you wiggle it. So you can wiggle it all you like. Wiggle it like no one's watching. And hopefully you are back now. And we are ready for the second part of this, which is the collective wisdom pool. And I share with you the message I got and the card I got, and you share with me and everyone else the message you got and the card you got. And if you didn't have a card, then you just say, Tiff, I was tuning into your card. Okay, so let's do this. What happened for me? It was like I turned into a logo in a way of the outside of a very simple person, like traced in gold, sat in the lotus position, which I can't even do cross-legged. But hey, I like the energetic thought that I can. And in some type of lotus, gold lotus, right? And it was just like, when I said, feel the energy, open to the energy. It was like, that's what happened through me, this gold logo. And it was just like, bing, it all went round really easily, no blockages. This gold energy outline went really easily, lightly, and went ping. And there was this happiness and this lightness. And there was this message of like, that's your choice. You can vibe from the pain and the lower stuff, or you can just rise above it. And it really was a message of rising above it. And it was like, be around white as much as possible, dressed head to toe in black. It was get in the sun as much as possible. It's come out now, but I think generally at the moment, it's a hard thing to do, at least if you're in England. So I might have to run. I might have to say bye and run, because it's probably out and gone. And drink as much water. There was sun, water, white light was the energy that was coming through. I do think we are clearing a lot with this new moon. So if any of you have any questions, do put them in the chat box whilst I'm here live. And if not, the blog for the new moon is in the post here as well. There's a link to the blog to the new moon. Okay, let's have a look and see what the card is. What was the last word I said? I've never actually picked this card in this deck. You can tell I'm speechless. That never really happens. Boom, mic drop. If I had a mic, I can't really drop this. It's kind of attached to me, but mic drop. You couldn't make it up if you tried, could you? The moon. Let's have a look and see what you guys have got. Okay, so Anne felt warm. You felt warm, Anne, and you saw lots of red swirls and message of self-care. Put your needs first. Yeah, and it's important to do that, whatever anybody says. There might be things coming up this moon around that. I can't go there. If only I could, but I really can't. One day, you guys will know the story, but the time is not yet. You are seeing, I think, with Intuitive Awareness Day that is happening tomorrow. If you want to be a part of it, you click the link in this post to come through. Okay, it's not like in this group, it's not in my membership, it's not in my mastermind, it's a whole separate event. Okay, and you're seeing the legacy, I guess, around that story of putting your needs first. And I would say that is, at the moment, because obviously you can only ever talk from your own experience, but from the moment, that is definitely what the moon is bringing up for me, is to do with the needs and the mother wound, and how it's important to stick to your own needs and know that you are absolutely 100% entitled to those needs, and to put boundaries around them if need be. And that if anybody gets upset with you for doing that, it's because they have not benefited from you putting your boundaries in place. They would benefit from you not having any boundaries. Okay, so try not to get upset with them about it or feel that you need to backtrack on your needs. It's just you are inherently worthy to meet your own needs, and it's only you that can actually meet your own needs. And it's really important. I think that is actually a massive thing that is coming up, and at the moment it's definitely a massive thing that's coming up in my reality. I don't know. Is it coming up in your reality? Let me know below. Okay. So Anne got the 3 of Pentacles. Well, the moon is in Taurus. I can't remember the astrological link for the 3 of Pentacles, but it's definitely Earth. So, and it's a birth card as well. And the blog that the link is for in this post is also a birthing blog. It's about birthing. So that makes sense as well. Okay, so thank you for that, Anne. Love and letting go, says Maria. Awesome. Let me know the card as well. So when you put your message in, always let me know two things, the message and the card. And if you didn't have a card, that you were tuning into mine, so that otherwise it's like half a message that's floating around in the collective pool and we just can't get it completely in the collective. Okay, so we need the whole thing. So if you can put that into Maria, that would be awesome. Thank you. Julia says, I saw a dragonfly overhead and my card was the Eight of Wands. It's a very dragonfly-ish card, isn't it? And again, it's kind of a similar feeling to the message that I was getting, which was this flying, light, high gold. Just be happy, easy, rise above it. Be joyful. Just let it be easeful. Just let it be joyful. Just let it be light. So that's lovely to see that as well. Thank you, Julia. And Ross says, saw lots of dark green swirling, felt tingly and emotional, and heard the word peacock. Card was from the Good Tarot. Card number 13, transformation. It does feel like it's a massive transformation going on at the moment, and like we're heading into a transformative whole. I mean, we're always going through transformation. We're always growing. We're always changing. But this is the first moon before the eclipse season starts. So our next moon, the full moon, marks eclipse season. And eclipse is always massive changes. So it's like the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Peacock, I have no idea. That is something to just sit with, I guess, to see what happens from there. So Roz says she never really knew what was meant by the mother wound. Just read an article by Dr. Mari, who has a practice in Reigate, and it was like a huge revelation to me. Thank you for that, Roz, because you know what? I think even though that's the case, like what do I mean when I'm saying the mother wound? It may mean something completely different, and probably does, to each and every one of us listening. So that's prompted me to clarify what I mean. So what I mean, because we can only speak from our own experience. So when I talk about the mother wound, and I hear it bandied around a lot, but like Roz, to be honest, I have no idea what the general meaning is applied to the mother wound. So it would be really nice, Roz, if you let us know how Dr. Mari explains it. That would be really good to know. And I would say that when I speak about it, I'm talking about the wounding that is passed down through the generations, but obviously the maternal line of the generations being the mother wound. But your father had a mother and will have inherited her wound as well. So in that way, it doesn't even mean that it just has to be in your maternal line. It's your paternal line as well, because everybody had a mother, right? So we've all come from that place. And we're supposed to be evolving, peeps. And as Art Geyser said, I just watched Art is one of the speakers tomorrow, and he's amazing. He's does a lot on releasing conditioning, programming from other people. And, obviously, I think as he said it, our mothers were programmed to program us, it was their job. And their mothers before them and their mothers before them and so on. And there still isn't something called perfect parent school, but with every generation that we live through, we maybe have more understanding of the things that were damaging. Yes, but like in the dark ages and all of those things, we didn't have as much knowledge available to us or understanding available to us. And so we've come from a long line of people just doing their best. I watched a Russell Brand video yesterday on resenting our parents. I'm watching as many as I can because I can't believe I finally manifested a call with him on Thursday, which is awesome. Oh my God. So I watched this short video of his about resenting our parents, and he said it so well. He said that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do his accent that well, but I'll give it a go. Well, like, it's not as if I would go out on the street and meet this woman from Dagenham and this bloke from Essex and just be like, oi, you two, you are going to be responsible for my mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. It was that would be nuts, right? So, is it that I do think this moon that we are going through now is very much about healing the mother wound. There's so much coming up, like people having babies, people having more contact with their mother, people moving, deep, deep, deep fundamental things are being stirred to go to the next level, and that can feel painful. It can feel like old wounds that are coming up again. And there's two ways that you can deal with it, really. You can go into that pain and that woe is me, and that my parents have let me down. Or you can go into that pain and my parents have let me down, and my parents are only human. I am responsible for my own needs. I need to, this time round, make sure that I stand for this generation, this evolution, and I let the generation before see that. So there comes a time when we are healing back through our ancestral line by maybe being the more evolved generation, right? can be like, this path can be like such a massive challenge sometimes, can't it? And I think this wound is probably as deep as it gets, or some of the biggest challenge that it can possibly be. And don't forget to love your inner child. Don't forget to like be there for your inner child and just hug them up. Just be like, oh, ouch, I've just been triggered because it's just happened again. And then it's just like, oh, I just need to love my inner child, listen to my inner child, and not go into the pain of the mother wound, but like be the adult, be the mature one. Maturity means not hurt someone that's hurt you. And I think that can be really hard if there's stuff about your mother wound being activated. And just remember that you're healing the ancestral line back through from this point. So we do have all of that inherited stuff, but it's like we don't have to react from it, and we don't have to pass it on down the line. Instead, we just need to say no. And show that there's a different way, show the evolution, be the evolution. So yeah, I hope that helps. I've gone on a bit, but I hope that helps. And yeah, it's a bit of a deep one, this moon. So definitely do love yourself, hug up your inner child, and know that you absolutely are 100% entitled to your needs, and to put boundaries in place in order to make sure that you're not taken out of that space where you're not getting them met. And just be the evolution, do it from that place of like rising up rather than going into the pain of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so Maria, thank you for saying it was tuning into this one, the moon, which is also the mother. And the message that Maria got was love and letting go, and that there really is that's a massive journey, isn't it? It's a massive motherhood journey. When they give birth to us, they say it's like watching your heart walk around outside of your body. It's a big one. Okay, so drink lots of water, get out in the sun, rise above it, have fun, and I'll find the link again and share it on MMM. Fantastic. Thank you, Roz. And Lucy, hi, Lucy, if you're still here. Lucy says, well, I had a circle in the middle with a DNA helix image flowing through it. Oh my God, very genetic, very hereditary, tuning into my card, which is the moon. Are you still here, Lucy? Be nice to know, but that feels like very genetic. Hurrah on manifesting the Russell B meetup. I know. And I'm like, well, it hasn't quite happened yet. Don't quite trust it yet. Is it really like on the IBA level, which is imagination, belief, allowance? Woof. Well, we'll just see. Woof, amazing. Okay. I'm not sure. Forgiveness is the only way you can accept and move on. I completely agree with that. Otherwise, you're just keeping yourself in the pain and coming from the pain. Absolutely. And as my mum says, actually, forgiveness is not a feeling, it's a decision. But then she is a Gemini, so it is a head thing. Okay. I'm not sure I understand this, Maria. Maria says, wish a device can you give to find the right card deck, please? Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Are you saying, oh, can I give advice on finding the right card deck? Well, it depends what you want it for, really. Like if you journey with me, you don't even need a deck. So I'm not sure. It's if you want to learn the tarot properly, hands down the Rider-Waite deck. So it depends what you want it for. Do you want it to journey with? Do you want it to learn the tarot with? Or do you just want to look at pretty pictures? I mean, to be honest, some look very, very pretty, but won't speak to you, because choosing a tarot deck is like choosing a partner. Yeah, it's not the eye candy ones that are always the best for you. It's really what's inside that counts and what they're made of, like the symbolism and all of those things. Saying that, it's quite interesting because, well, yeah, actually, I guess my deck does have symbolism, but the deck I'm creating, you've been seeing it, haven't you? Thank you guys for your support. I am just like, the deck, what I'm creating is just way less traditional than I expected, because I am such a Rider-Waite Smith fan. And do know that when you come away from the traditional decks, that you do lose quite a bit of the symbolism. So it's been fascinating seeing my own deck appear in front of my eyes, because it is a lot less traditional than I expected it to be. But I do think that the elements that it's got in there, although they've never really been done before, it seems a very original thing to do. They are still archetypal. Like the reason the people I've put in at the places I've put in is because it's that archetypal energy being manifested in a person. So I think that helps us understand the energy a lot more. Like if you think of Russell Brand, if you want to understand the Fool, think of Russell Brand. He's wild, he's revolutionary, he's funny, he's the Fool. Yes, he's had the 3 stages in his life where he didn't realize that he was a fool, and then he thought he knew everything, which is probably more his political place. And so there's the unconscious fool, which was probably the addict. Yeah. And then the political place is that I know everything place. And now he's gone into what I call the 3rd stage of the fool, which is the awareness that he knows nothing. Yeah. So, don't know if that's kind of the answer you wanted. Sorry if it's not that helpful. Okay, hello, Mystic Bloomer over on YouTube. You have my book. Which one? I have two books, The Transformational Truth or The Transformational Truth of You. And what do you think of it? I'd love to know. You say to learn the tarot, so it sounds like you've got The Transformational Truth of Tarot. Oh, what was that about? There's no meanings in that book for a reason. It's because it's all about what is inside that counts. So, but if you want to learn the tarot with that book, the best deck to get for that is, again, the Rider-Waite-Smith. So I guess if you're going to ask me about what tarot deck to get, I would always say that. But that's for if you really want to learn the tarot. I'm not quite sure what you want to do with it. So it depends on that, really. So it's a bit difficult to go into on a one-way kind of conversation. But I do have a membership, and I do teach tarot in there, and I have a mastermind, which is the big deep dive. It's the big personal transformation, as well as business and through the tarot. So everything I do is either TTT, Transformational Truth of Tarot, or MMM, Manifest a Miracle a Month membership or mastermind. So if you want to learn tarot just like in a dabble way, but a different dabble way, i.e. journeying, so that you connect with the archetypes on a daily basis and they come alive really and give you those insights, then just message me and say you want to know more details about the membership. That's the membership journey. But if you're like, no, I need to do the big dive, it's time for me to really connect deeply with my purpose and transform my relationships to myself, to my family, to the universe, and stand in the truth of who I am and learn how to do that, both mentally, emotionally, and practically. If you want to, you can get the practical support to do it as a business. And when I say do it as a business, I mean your purpose. The tarot is just a vehicle for getting there, just like it's the vehicle for getting your divinity activated in yourself, your relationships, and the universe. And that's what I do. That's how I work with the tarot. It's not through readings, it's through taking people on journeys to get that activated. Oh, okay, Mystic Bloomer. You say you want to do the deep dive. Okay, I will pop over to YouTube and answer your comment on there, hopefully. I've never done this live on YouTube where you get comments coming through on YouTube before. So if you don't see me respond to you, please can you send an email to contact@tiffanycrisara.com and say you want the information to the mastermind, and my lovely PA Juliet will get it for you. In the meantime, guys, have an amazing new moon, which happens at 7:59 p.m. tomorrow. But before that, at 11 a.m. tomorrow, we do kick off the first ever International Intuitive Raising Awareness Day. It's 11 intuitive experts that have impacted me throughout my journey as an intuitive. Obviously, I'm one of them. And we are sharing, we're going deep. We're sharing with you how and when we became intuitive, what the challenges have been, what the gifts have been, what we think you need to know as an intuitive about yourself, what you need to be aware of, what we think the world needs to be aware of around intuitives. Plus, each one will be bringing their, as we've spoken about, their purpose, that they've got to that place where they are standing in their purpose and know how to bring it forward to support and serve you. So each one will give you information on how to clear the struggles that can be so pertinent to being intuitive in the world and stop you receiving what you need on a personal front right the way to the professional front. So if you would like to be a part of that movement, please do. It is our first ever event, and it's time for us to stand together and say we are not evil, we're equal. We might be weird because that means connected to fate, but we're also wonderful. And we're not here to feel shame. We are here to shine because our gifts are just as valuable as everyone else's. I will say they're misunderstood even by intuitives. And so this event is also to help intuitives that are to us intuitives to understand deeper. We're complex. It is a complex thing to be an intuitive, and the understanding has to come from within before we can help society to understand. So the movement is two-way based: inside job, and then when we've got to that understanding ourselves, we can then start to educate society a bit more on what it's like to be an intuitive. And I think you might find that a lot of people start resonating a lot more, and demystifying the woo-woo-ness and all of that stuff will help hopefully start to go by the wayside. It might take half a century or so. These things usually do. But hey ho, we invite you to be in the movement with us. So the link is up there. Okay. Mystic Bloomer says, I will be there. I am weird. It's very complex. And my birthday is 11/11. That would do it. I feel you. My birthday is 11/8. So not 11/11, but 11/11 is the actual awareness day. So this event on the 11th of the 5th is actually to raise awareness of 11/11, which is the International Intuitives Day. And I was born on the 11th of the 8th, but at 11/11. Does that count? Thank you for joining and being here. And I've witted on twice or maybe 3 times as much as normal. But as I've said, there has been a need. I think this is a deep one. So lots of love to you, and hopefully connect with you more from this moment on. Have a beautiful, beautiful new moon. You are clearing until 7:59 p.m. BST. Drink lots of water. Get in the light. Dang, I've spoken so much that sun's gone again. And just take care of you. All right, lots of love. Bye for now. The link is in the post. Go there now. We start tomorrow. But we're in it for the week together. Got it? Up there. Awesome. Bye.